All right, YouTube fam. Today, I'm going to talk about exactly why less is more. All right. So when it comes to the fitness journey specifically, a lot of people try to do keto, then they try to do Atkins, then they try to do water fast. Then they're trying to go to the gym 7 days a week, every single day, doing 2 hours of cardio and lifting weights. They're trying to do 2 days to make up for lost time. And let me tell you why that's the worst idea ever. When it comes to fitness, when it comes to reaching your goals, less is more, right? Because when you do less, it's going to be easier to sustain for a long period of time. When you do more, it's going to be harder to sustain for a long period of time, obviously. And a lot of people end up burning out because they try way too hard. They try to do too much too soon. And then after 14 days, they're like, I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people show up to the gym consistently. It's because they don't fucking try to burn out by going every fucking day, guys. Stop trying to do too much. Take it 1 day at a time. For example, if you go from working out 0 days to working out 3 days a week, if you go from eating fast food 7 days a week to eating 3 days a week, you will see a huge difference. Take it step by step, right? And stop trying to do way too much. You do not, listen, if you're trying to lose fat, you do not need to eat 100% perfect, but you got to eat better than you're eating right now. That's number one. Number two, you don't have to go to the gym every day and you don't have to do cardio every day. All right, you can go to the gym 3 times a week. You can go for a walk a few times a week as well. 30-minute walk, nothing crazy. That sounds very simple, but if you do that consistently over time, you will see results. A lot of people don't understand that. They're like, well, what else should I do? What else should I do? I feel like I should be doing more. It's like, no, you just have to do that consistently, because in reality, in order to see huge results, you got to make small changes that are sustainable and maintain them over time. You're not making huge changes for a short period of time. It's small changes that you sustain, maintain, and be consistent with for a long period of time. That is the only way to see real results, guys. I know a lot of these social media and instant gratification changes your mindset, and you think you just have to make huge changes initially, or huge changes for 3 months and you'll get to your goals, or huge changes for 2 months and you'll get to your goals. But in reality, guys, you have to make small changes and be very consistent with them. I used to try to do the crash dieting and the crazy shit. I used to be like, you know what? Let me gain 30 pounds of muscle in 3 months. That's obviously unsustainable, unrealistic. So I would burn out and then be like, damn, man, everyone's on steroids, man. I can't do it. Once I made it a lifestyle and I changed my mindset, right? And I started focusing on the small changes that I could sustain. Instead of trying to run, I was like, you know what? Let me just walk, right? And that's what I've been doing ever since, because walking is something I could definitely do. And then when I was like, you know what? Let me do workout 7 days a week and do cardio 7 days a week. When I scaled it back to about 5 days a week working out and pretty much no cardio besides warming up, it was very sustainable for me. Very, very sustainable. Made it way easier for me. When I stopped eating fucking chicken and chicken breast and rice, brown rice all the time, and I started eating more ground beef, more steak, more ground turkey, more recipes with like cheese, peppers, things like that, it made it way more sustainable for me, and it's easier to sustain my journey because of that. So the main thing I want to get through to you is that sustainability is super important, because your goal isn't to start something just to quit and go back to what you were doing before, because that's obviously going to get you back to square one. Your goal is to start something, marry that lifestyle, continue it long term, so when you reach your goal, it'll be easier for you to maintain your goal. So remember, less is more, guys. All right, and that's fitness, right? When it comes to dating in general, people try to do too much as well. Like, for example, I remember my homeboy was like, hey man, what should I say for a pickup line? And I was like, what the fuck is a pickup line? And he was trying to put all these cheesy pickup lines. It's like, that's cool if her and her girls want to like laugh about it or screenshot it or something for validation, but if you want a girl to take you seriously, bro, you just say, hey, this is my name. Like, that's your pickup line. Your pickup line is, hey, she's either interested or she's not. You got to keep it simple, guys. Stop trying to do too much, because that's not how you get chicks. Like, I remember people used to be like, hey, man, I'm going to wear this outfit to the club, and then I'm going to say this to her, and then I'm going to buy her this drink. And I'm just like, okay, go ahead. And I'm just sitting at home watching Naruto, and then when all the chicks leave the club, they just hit me up, and they're like, hey, can I come see you? You know what I mean? So it's like, if a chick likes you, she likes you, bro. Stop trying to do too much to get her. It's just like the having quote unquote game. If she likes you, she does. If you have a lot of game and she doesn't like you, you're not gonna coerce her into liking you. Like, if you're just out of shape or something and you're balding and that's not her type, and you're trying to like spit game and your game's good, because she's unattracted to you, she's gonna think it's creepy anyways. So all this doing too much is just like, the law of attraction is when you try too hard, right? It's going to scare people away. But when you just become a more attractive person, then things are going to be attracted to you. Because remember, if you chase something, you reinforce the fact that you lack it in the first place. So if you're just like chasing a chick, she's like, why is she so desperate? Why is she so thirsty? You're going to make her like unattractive. If you're just simple, chilling, relaxing, they'll come up to you. If you have good aura, obviously, if you have good energy, and then you're her type, they'll come up to you. If not, then it won't happen. Very simple stuff.